Well, it's reached that time of the month again. Yes, it's the final day of the arc. And so it's time to sit down, look back at the month and think, what grade are we going to give it? Well, let's crack on. I'm Admiral Pegasus. This is Star Trek Fleet Command. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, I've got my entire fleet out. Today is Sunday. Yes, it is the final day of the arc. So there's no harm in starting just a wee bit early and give this grade this arc an actual grade. And to be perfectly honest with you, I have a very high expectations of what I'm going to grade this month. I've already written it down. So let's see if you agree with me on what you think about this arc. So what I'm going to invite you to do is the usual call to action here is like, subscribe and leave your comments down below. So first off, we're going to kick off with the two new officers that we were given this month. Now, as of yet, I've yet to actually source either, but I'm not particularly that fussy about it. The first one's right above my head, and that is Pick Beverly Crusher. Now, we have to actually mention that, yes, she was broken this month. Before you all get into comments saying, but she was broken. But that was quickly dealt with. Literally, soon as Scopely heard about it, boom, they was on it and got her fixed. So, let's have a quick look at her officer. As you can see, she's a lower decker, so that's pretty good. And the lower deck ability is increasing broken parts from hostiles by a factor of 10%. So for every 100 parts that you're going to get an extra 10 on top of it. Nice little thing. Get those extra broken parts, especially for G4, G5 players, where it becomes a major issue and bottleneck. So that's a pretty good start. Officer ability, increasing critical damage by 3% every time your ship is hit in an attack while fighting non-Armada hostiles. Now, does this mean PvE and PvP? I do not know, but it's a stackable. It's basically another card, but it's actual damage. So taking that 1000 damage and adding an extra 30 on top of it. Yes, or let's break it down even cheaper. For every 100, you're going to get an extra 3. So there you go. It's not big, but it does stack, and obviously the longer the fight goes on, the better that increases. So it's every time that your ship is hit. How that's going to work, I do not know. But that's it. Now, she's a very good officer. Fix from broken. Primarily probably going to be used on below deck. But her officer ability could be another one for those freebooters that we'll quickly mention later in the video. Now, accompanying Beverly was also Picard, Admiral Jean-Luc Picard. Obviously, these two officers are from Season 3 of Star Trek Picard, which, oh my god, this is getting good. Terry Matalas has really nailed Star Trek Picard this time round. Get rid of Alex Kurtzman. Get rid of him. Get Terry Matalas. But I will just actually quickly mention, I've heard on the grapevine that there might be another show run by Terry. Don't know. I'm waiting for. I'm going to keep my ears to the ground on that one. It's just other YouTube videos I do watch, so I'm not holding any hope. But there's a potential. Anyway, Admiral Picard. Captain's ability at the start of every round has a 90% chance to apply morale for 3 rounds against players. PvP mechanic. Yeah, does morale. Yeah. So, are you Enterprise original G3 Epic Enterprise runners? This is going to be a decent officer for you, because you're going to be able to keep those shields up. Obviously, running for 3 rounds at the start of a round, so which means literally any round. So he could already have procced morale, and he could proc it again during those 3 rounds. So potential there is for a continuation of continuing to prop morale all the way through the fight. Officer ability increases your ship weapon damage by 500% on combat start against player explorers for the duration of combat. Now, that's an interesting mechanic that can go against the Enterprise, and that 500% damage could really damage those shields that you're trying to keep up. So for as much as this captain's ability is going to help keep your shields up, that weapon damage could potentially really wreck those shields as well. But only time will tell. As you can see, I've only got 35 shards out of 120. Just the way it is. So, now, both officers. As I say, not sourced them. Not been able to get them. There was a way to actually get them both through this month. So, which was good. Future sourcing. Don't know what that's going to look like. Hopefully, something may come around. Hopefully this year. But we'll have to wait and see. They have actually been done pretty good over the last couple of months with the Borg officers, putting them in different places to source, for lack of a better way of putting it. Two officers sadly are in a very shocking way of sourcing, but the others weren't too bad, and there's only one that's not being sourced at the minute. But anyway, so what am I going to give the officers? Well, I'm sorry, Admiral, it's only going to be a B for this one, obviously because I've not sourced them. But to be perfectly honest, right, they are officers that you are going to want. And yes, I've got my Rubiak here. So now I'm going to say a B, because obviously tier F is why would anyone want these officers? Well, you do want these officers. That's a question. No officer is a must-have, but would be nice for a D, eventually for a D. No, sorry. Yeah, you do want these officers. No officer is a must-have, but would be nice to have and upgrade eventually. Now, you can say that, but it is still a must-have officer. So, 1 is a must-have officer, 2 are must-haves. 2 is an A, but you know what? Actually, going by that, yeah, it's going to be an A. These 2 are must-have officers. This one for your PvP, if you are a PvP, or if you generally just want to put a morale on, and you could use it as well in using the captain's ability in Armadas, if you really wanted to. And obviously Beverly is actually a must-have officer when it comes to the freebooters. So yeah, it's an A. There we go. So that's the officers. Next up is the features. And the first feature we're actually going to look at is this one right here, is the X-Borg. Now, the X-Borg was introduced in form of a new faction store, some research, as you can see the blue tab across the bottom there, and the freebooters, all of which we're going to cover in this features, but I am going to split them down into their individual packs. Now, this is actually a pretty good set. Obviously, you're going to have to get yourself up to a reasonable level, and as you can see by the title here, Talios T46, Borg efficiency, you will need to be with specific stuff at specific points. So starting off with the Stellar Maxed Outlaw efficiency, absolutely awesome. I mean, I've covered this briefly. I think it was in a live stream, if I remember correctly. This is awesome. Nearly a full day's pull on Eclipse security codes. Reputation is a decent quantity, and the Stellar Particles, to be perfectly honest, right, 1 full month of pulling this, 1 full month, equals 1 Stellar. Okay, and what I've also worked out with the Stellar, it's going to take you approximately 60 days to pull a full Stellar, a full tier 9 Stellar. That's uncommon, rare, and epic uranium. It's going to take you 60 days. Because of the cooldown period for each chest. It's 3 days. Yeah, and the epics are a pain in the ass to source, because it takes every 10 days just to do 1 epic, just to get yourself 1 epic exchange Armada. Now, obviously, if your alliance is one of them, you can get it. You can build up the credits faster, but again, you can only go as fast as that chest, which is a cooldown every 3 days. Now, yes, there are multiple chests in that option. However, Their cost dramatically increases to the point it's stupidly expensive. So for a free-to-play player, you are basically looking, as a ballpark, 60 days. You could potentially get that down to 30 days with the Stellar Efficiency Research. I will just have a look back through my log videos. If I haven't done an actual video, I will run a quick video based on this and comparing it to the actual store. So just watch out for that one. So this is awesome for me. Mantis Acting Efficiency, 27k of the Venom. Yay. Okay, I need a lot more than that for my pulls. Botany Bay Augment, a day's mining of data. Literally a day's mining. Easy. And it's all cheap. And even the 7 chest is actually linear. 7 times 400 equals 28. So, yeah. You can't go wrong. Next one is another awesome chest. 1 day's mining. If you have the Meridian Refit, which is giving you 4 chests, if you have territory. If you're not in territory, you'll obviously have the 3 chests, but at the end of the day, that's still 1 day's mining for every single grade. 1 day's mining. 400 credits. It's stupidly awesome. Literally awesome. And then obviously moving on to the Talios, as you can see, I can pull 1 million inert nanoprobes, which is roughly what I'm going to need for a tier 5 Talios to pull the charged nanoprobe chest. I'm going to need around about 1 million. So yeah, if I don't get it done one day and I've got the spare credits, I can go here. And then the Defiant is stupidly crap at the minute, but obviously when I get it to tier 4, that will change. But yeah, it's still a bloody good thing. Now, it's not the one thing you want to focus on at the minute. However, what am I going to give this one? An A. Yes, it is an A. It's awesome. There's no... I'm not even going to play it down. I will play it up. It is awesome, this thing. Once you've done all the research, which we're going into in just a sec, this is going to be a fantastic store to go in every single day. Yes, you're going to be limited on what you can buy, depending on the number of credits you've got, but you will be able to get there eventually. So, NA. Research. Maravilloso. That's all I can say about this. Oh, yes. This is awesome. Massive boosts. You've got these sweeps, which basically means now all you need to do is go after these new freebooters and you're completing your dailies. 7 freebooters will complete my swarm instead of me having to go out and shoot 22 swarms at level 43. Well, actually, I only need to kill 7 at 43. But with the freebooters, I killed 2. That's a massive change. And it also knocks off the amount of travel time. That's the big thing about this as well. It's the travel time between systems. If you're in territory flying out to the level 43 swarm systems, you're talking 10 to 15 minutes, depending on your warp research and who you got below deck. But it's awesome. I mean, this is another one. I've literally obviously done this in the last couple of days. Wow. I went from 3,000 synthetic nitrium to 4,005 with this 35% increase. Wow. Next up is an 80% increase. Again, wow. But another thing that's also good, for those biominerals, the original Franklin side of the refinery, you're starting off here, once you've done this one, as a 500%. Look, my next one is 8,000, okay? 8,000. Get this maxed out at level 5. That's 30,000. That's 300 times more resources from the biomineral payout refinery. Yeah. 300 times. I mean, if we actually go into the refinery just quickly, here in the resources tab, go over to it. Now you can see that I can't do anything else, but if I show you this has already had an increase. Now, let's just say for argument's sake, you take that 120 10,000 tokens, right? This is the bio mineral size. You can see it's already got it up the top there, 500% bonus. That's already 5 times. So which means you divide that by 5. What's that? Yeah, I've totally lost track. 10 would be 240, so it's 24. I'd only get in 24 of these. So that's, what, 240,000. Now I'm on 1.2 million. 1.2 million. But that's only tier 1. Wait till I get to tier 5 and I'm getting 300 times that 24. 48, 72, add the 10, 720. 720. 7.2 million. I'm looking as a ballpark. Right, I could be wrong. I could be wrong it'd be that high. But still, that's awesome. What more can you actually say? Literally, what more can you actually say? And then obviously you've got extra boost for like your materials, component boost. 12% increase. Now, believe it or not, with most material efficiency researches that you'll do, you'll find that it's like 1, 2, 3%. Adding up, you'll probably get it maxed out at 10%. As some of them, maybe even 15 if you're lucky. Tier 2 is 15. What's tier 10 going to be? A massive 60% saving, which basically means those ships are going to be cheaper to upgrade. When it comes to G4, G5, you're going to be loving it. Absolutely. And then obviously for those spenders, if you really want to, you've got these 2 primes, which you will have to go after. So, yeah, downside. But yeah, again, awesome. Cost efficiency, cutting it down by half, 50% saving. What more can you ask for? Now, there is a negative to this. There is a negative to this, and it's got to do with the FKR sweeps. If you are rep grinding, guess what? That does not do anything for it. If you're getting those allegiancy tokens, does nothing for it. The standard combat that you've had in the game since day 1 of you starting, where it's killed so many and then a 25, I think it was a 5 and then a 25 of levels approximately same to you or 1 level above. It's not doing that. It's just doing the FKR. It's just doing the swarm. But at the end of the day, these are also the biggest grinders. But if you are rep grinding, it can be a bit of a ball ache, because I've still got to go out to Soul System to grind my level 49s to actually try and get my 1 bill lock. Now I could take that one already, not a problem. But yeah, I don't need to at the minute. I can actually focus on the other ones, but we do have this attrition, which is reducing your reputation loss when you kill, for instance, a Federation ship. So a 20% drop, maxing out at 100%. Now, I don't think that 100% means literally it cancels it all out. If it does, that is freaking awesome. Absolutely awesome. But what can I say about this? Now, let's go into a nice little clear space. I mean, look at this. You've got Rogue Research, a Borg refinery. It increases Borg active nanoprobes refinery payout via the Talos. So that's your office upgraded. Now, I can't do that till R&D 44. But there's also piercing, shield, hull advances. You've got damage attrition, decreasing opponents' base damage dealt against players. Does not apply when defending stations though, so sorry. But look, I mean, and that's the last one on this board, and that's R&D 44. So which basically means I'm pretty close to doing most of this already. And just literally getting it all unlocked and then working my way through it. But again, it's awesome. And there's only 1 grade for this, because this is actually the help that we've wanted, and it's gone further. Literally, it's gone further. A star. Yeah, A star for this one. You can't say anything less than this. Now, if you can find a negative for this, awesome. Please let me know. Now the cost is another one. As you can see, for level 2 for this one, yes, I am getting this boost on actually collecting the active inventors, which means now I'm not killing as many ships. If I was killing 10 before, I'm now killing 8. Yes, 25% drop in Actian Apex hostiles I've got to kill. I can't grumble. At some point, by the time, I think, eventually, 100% increase, I might end up just killing the explorers because it'll be just as easy. Well, actually, no, it won't be just as easy, but the chances are I'll be killing 1 or 2 Apex and I'm done. But we'll see how I get there. But yeah, A star for this one. Can't grumble. Now, I'll mention those freebooters for the sweep. Okay, so this green area here, they're your freebooter spaces. Now, the one thing is, these things are tough little sods. They are tough. But the shields are reasonable. You can get through the shields quite easily, quite quickly. But when it comes to their hull, bloody hell, are you talking massive. I mean, if we go into the system, I can actually open up without having a shipping present. And if we go to this, like this level 38 Explorer, click on its eye, come all the way down here. Shield health, 1.2 million. Yeah, you can get through that reasonable. 9.6 million hull. Now, when you actually look at a reasonable hostile around the same level, level 38 system, and I'll tell you what, right, we'll go here into the exchange space, Numbra or whatever. We'll take a look at this level 39 here. Yes, it is a transport, I know. But again, 6 million hull shield, 10 million hull. Now look how close together those figures are. They are relatively close. So once you get the shields down, it's only going to be a little bit longer before you finally actually get through the hull. Those freebooters, no, it's taking you a hell of a lot longer to get through their hull. Now somebody's obviously popped that 39, but hey, that's absolutely fine. But that just gives you a general idea. It's normal hostiles, the shields and hull are relatively close together, if not closer. The freebooters is completely different. But again, freebooters, they count towards your swarm, they count towards your FKRs. Yeah. What grade am I going to give these ones? It's an A. Because they are a great help. No questions about it. They are a great help. And I can't say any further. So, what are we going to give features as a whole? Well, to be perfectly honest, right, A star really does not cover that research tree. It really doesn't. But that's as high as you can go. So I'll tell you what, features as a whole, A star. Absolutely A star this month, Scopely. You did a fantastic job with these. The Arc Runners done a fantastic job this month. The features, oh, maravilloso, absolutely lovely. I absolutely love them. But yeah, so that's them. Now, the event calendar. So like I said, we're coming to the end of the events, and obviously we've got a few things. Now, yes, I am rank 1 in the Picard avatar. Now, that was completely unintentional. Unfortunately, it's not it's not the leaderboard that I wanted, but I've been doing a hell of a lot of research lately, and for level 42 playing, yeah, I'm actually, yeah, I've been smashing through research, left, right, and centre, blowing a lot of Latinum. But again, they've been throwing these extra little things in on the side. You've got junior officers. We've had TNG. I can't remember what the other one was, but relatively easy to complete. Extra resources and materials. Extra shards for all the officers shown here. So you can't grumble too much. Now, obviously, you have these two as well. Yeah, these are paid events because it's basically opening up a prime which has come in, and yeah. But we'll leave it at that. But beyond that, it's actually been a reasonable calendar, to be honest. they've been relatively easy to complete. So, to be honest, the event calendar for me is actually going to get an A on this one. Yes, it has been nice and easy, nice and simple, completed within 30 minutes at the most. Not a problem. The only one that's going to take me a while to blooming do is going to be this Threat from Beyond, and it's going to be the one for the 75. That I need the 75. Yeah, that one there. Right there. Not that one. One next to it is 75, but I've got 6 ships out into a level 35 system. But the bonus is I don't have to go flying up because of this and that Swarm Sweep. I did my Swarm Sundays, Swarm dailies earlier in the day by going smashing the freebooters. With this, I don't need to save them up until 5 o'clock. Go out and smack some level 43s to complete that dailies and come back for the 35s. I can just go out, smack the 35s all day long, not a problem. So again, that's another reason why I like that faction research. It's just awesome. But yeah, the event calendar is definitely an A this month. So now moving on to miscellaneous, which is communications and everything. Yay. So let's have a look. So now I'm actually going to give them a good grade on this one because of how quick they responded as soon as it was announced, as soon as we pulled up. Well, actually, no, not Ripper and Rev. Okay, shout out to Rev and Ripper. They were the ones who they're the ones who brought it up. So they're the ones who brought it up, and yeah, and got Bev fixed. Done. So, but Treasury was a fantastic thing as well this month. So, I mean, 910,000 Latinum, oh, would I have loved that? Yes, I would have. But luckily, I'll be doing the Treasury next month, providing I do the Mid-Arc Interval Battle Pass, which I will be doing. But, so, let's just start with, let's go through the grades for miscellaneous. So, game made unplayable. Well, from my perspective, no, the game's been perfectly playable. I think the only issues I've had are technically with my phone, so not a problem. Failure to launch properly, bugs, lack of communication, radio silence for a D. No, sorry, we've had communication. The launch was all smooth and everything, not a problem. So for a C grade, we need sparse communication, serious issues, launch day bugs. Didn't see any bugs from my perspective. If you did, please drop them in the comment section down below. Communication has been pretty reasonable, as I said. No, the only serious issue we had was the fact that Beverly was broken. It took a couple of weeks to find out, but it was fixed straight away. B grade, solid communication, some delays. Viable compensation for any small or large problems. To be perfectly honest, we've not really had any problems this month to actually warrant oopsie chests. Not that I've seen anyway. I can't remember seeing an oopsie chest this month. I might be wrong. But if you do remember one, please let me know. But we're definitely looking at a B grade as a baseline at the minute. For an A grade, good use of in-game news, social media, etc. to keep players informed. Few, no bugs on launch. So, yeah. To be honest, there really hasn't been much for them to communicate this month. With the exception of a few changes made to the calendar. So, yeah. I think we can definitely say that's going to be an A grade this month. Wow. I don't know about you, but I think that's just made it a clean sweep. A clean sweep this month. The only thing missing was a new ship. But give us the Titan. Hell, you've put the Titan in the bloody title, the loading screen at the beginning of the game when you first log in. Is a Titan coming? Ooh, I wonder. But then again, it's too early to say. I don't actually know. It'll be a dream come true if I could. But anyway, so what we're gonna give the arc as a whole now. Let's find a little bit of space here. An A star, A plus, right? That is my overall grade for this month. A plus, because he's on a bit late tonight. It's been fantastic this month. I've enjoyed the research and everything. But yeah, so right, that's pretty much it. But I've got one little thing left. Now, I said that Picard avatar event, the solo leaderboard, I've shot ahead because I've been doing loads and loads of research. And I'm not lying when I say how much I've actually done. Now, you will notice a couple of little things that are still left to do, but they're not exactly big for me at the minute. As you can see, I've got a couple running, but combat tree, there's literally no green arrows except for the Prime Station Assault. There's the Interceptor Barrage, the barrages, some primes. But that is, I mean, look, the R&D 43 is as far as I can go. So literally, that's as far. Station, another main tree. Again, it's going to have a couple that's still yet to like optimize research there. But again, I need R&D 43 for that one. Couple of other stuff. Again, needing the R&D 43. And a couple of extra things. That was R&D 44. I wanted that one. But yes, I'm moving through. Klingon repair costs. I do need to get that up. But again, I don't have the Klingon reputation. As you can see, that one needs, I think it was at 12 million points there for me to actually go get it further. But again, station research is literally as far as I can actually go. So I've literally been pushing through the Galaxy Tree. Again, it's another one I've been working on. The cloaking stuff, I'm not even that bothered about, to be perfectly honest with you. Klingon stuff, work on it when I start working on the Klingon reputation. The gas mine is the last one to do. All this stuff that needs rhodidium, I'm not even bothering with. The only way I'm bothering with it is literally to do this first level, which is the high points for things like domination events. That's the only time I'm actually doing any of this. This was another thing I went for. I used the metaphasic metaphasic tokens that we get through using the web store. Yes, the web store. Got this. I'm absolutely loving it. It's a big boost for G4 ships. Really helping. But again, I'm not working my way through all that. I could do, but it's still relatively overly priced. Away teams is another tree that I've been bashing through, but I can only go so far. I've actually got enough credits to actually do one extra piece of research. Yay! But I mean, there's lot I can still go an extra level on that one. But again, that's something that can be done. Outlaw, starships, territory, all in the same boat, starbase, and you've seen the X-Borg. So literally, for the first time in 4 years, 4 months of the game, yes, that's back to November 2018. Bearing in mind, I was probably Ops 21 before I really started cracking on with the research. So I finally actually managed to get on top of my research, and I've made myself pretty strong in overall power. As you can see by the number at the top there, 48 million. Yeah, I'm now on par with level 40, a lot of level 45s and 46s on my server. Yeah, that's just because I've been cracking out research. A lot of research cracked out. So, what am I going to give as a bonus for the end of this video? Well, there it is, the green button over my ops. Goodbye, level 42. Hello, ops 43. Ooh, 6,000 Latinum. Anyway, let me know your comments of the month. How have you found this month? Has it been brilliant for you? Has it been as good as I have been sat here wetting myself over? Yeah, I'm absolutely loving this month. I can only hope next month will be just as good. Leave your comments in the section down below. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Until then, until the next video. Stay safe, live long and prosper. I'm Admiral Pegasus. That's Ops 43. Goodbye.